Let's just run somebody random and see where it takes us. Well. It's, gonna be something. Well, that's new. Where do you guys want to go? Mother. Dogma? Chest? Dairy Queen sounds really good if I'm being honest. A couple of Dogma votes? Yeah, let's mix it up. We did Blue Baby last time, let's go Dogma this time. Yeah, I don't, like... No, Dairy Queen doesn't do anything particularly good with the exception of blizzards. But I'm never like super disappointed to go there. And I do like the occasional chicken strip basket. God, the turkey sticks are so good. Dan, so if Dan and I are entering this relationship where product gets sent to me and I talk about it whenever I eat it, the best way to get me to eat meat sticks consistently and maybe even against my own volition is to load me up with turkey jalapeno and turkey chimichurri. Oh god, but then I just did a smoky sweet one. And I talked about how ridiculously good Smoky Sweet is and it gets left by the wayside. Like, it doesn't get mentioned as much, and that kind of makes me angry because it's delightful. Yeah, okay, there's not a bad one you can send me. Yeah, okay. I do like the turkey ones, though. The turkey ones are dynamite. It is weird to see the lost half-heart. You're absolutely right. It is borderline confusing. Yeah, there really is no wrong answers. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again, like, there's a reason... There's a reason that the buffalo chicken isn't around anymore. Well, with that out of the way. With the buffalo chicken out of the way, there truly are no wrong answers anymore. Hello? Even the buffalo chicken wasn't bad, it just wasn't as good as everything else. It was texturally a little janky. You get away from me. I can't remember if cancer does anything for me at all. The item. Chat, the item. 3 soul hearts. No, it does absolutely nothing. I should have rolled that. In my head it was Virgo and it would help with pills. But I'm incorrect. I am incorrect. That is not what Virgo, or that's not what cancer does. That is what Virgo does. I picked it up thinking it was something completely different, and as the Lost, it did not register with me that I didn't have to worry about getting hit by those flies. I panicked because I didn't want to get touched. I would like that very much. Every time I hear this song, I'm reminded that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is a Binging with Babish background song. Yeah, Kaz, I'm pretty sure that once Babish switches over to his sponsored segments, today's Binging with Babish brought to you by Squarespace or whatever. That when he switches over to sponsored time, this is the song playing in the background. If I'm not mistook. Get out of my brain, Taffy. Listen, we got a lot of shared and common interests. That's all. Have you done all the challenges on this file? I have. I was like the 630 somethingth person on the planet to get Dead God. And so for a while I was just kind of doing Eden streaking because I just didn't want to do another file, but then I was really struggling with Eden streaking. I might go back to Eden streaking this month. I really don't want to work on the second file right now. We're doing all the hard stuff and it sucks. The hard stuff is not fun. There's just a part of me that doesn't want to go play Tainted Jacob.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
There's a part of me that doesn't want to go play Tainted... Well, I guess Tainted Cain's a little bit different now. Since all the items are random-ish. Maybe that won't be as bad. Maybe we'll just sprinkle the two. Cobalt does that, doesn't he? Do people seem to generally enjoy that? The occasional Eden run? And then chipping away at a second file? Armand, tier 1, 15 months. Armand, thank you so much. You can't build your own run with Tainted Cain anymore? My understanding is that some of the recipes still exist. But for the most part, it's generally random. But, like, if you put a black heart in there, there's a pretty good chance... Actually, this is not bad. If you put a black heart in there, then you're gonna get a deal with the devil item more than likely. If you put an eternal heart in there, you're probably gonna get a deal with the angel item. Stuff like that, but it's the items that come out are mostly randomized now. Don't do this to me. I'm trying to spare you. Bye. Okay, well. We knew it was the risk we were taking. Oh, wait. No, there's no batteries anywhere. I was gonna say I could go re-roll Mr. Boom, but... Nutter butters. Oh well. The thing that tells you what the recipes are still works, you just have to give it the seed now. So, yeah, I guess... I don't know. I probably won't... Like, I won't do it the laborious way anymore. The laborious way that we used to do it seems like such a pain. I'll eyeball stuff and just kind of randomly generate items, I think, from here on out. It just seems like too much work. Please be there. Neat. Yeah, the lo-fi station kind of kicks ass. The lo-fi station was what I wanted for... Oh, Jesus. The lo-fi station is kind of what I wanted for today, for sure. I was feeling it. A lot of stuff going on in here. Oh, nope. There we go. Yeah, the lo-fi helps a lot. You were supposed to hit him, but I didn't have to. I could concentrate on dodging. Did Mom Taffy like the chimichurri now that they're made from the Iowa Smoke facility? I have not had a chance to ask her. I meant to call her last night, so... It has been a hell of a month, Dan. So at the very end of October, Justin, HC Justin, and I participated in a joint subathon where more or less he and I were both live for about 4.5 days straight. We slept on stream, and I allowed people to use money to screw with me while I was asleep because I like making money and I'm willing to low-key hurt myself to get it. I'm willing to put my life at risk while driving to get it. I'm so tired. So anywho, the end of October we did a joint subathon where we stayed live for 4.5 days straight. And then I did a week of regular streams, and then I just went to Kentucky for a week where Justin and I participated in the Minecraft Marathon. The Minecraft Marathon raised $405,000 for Extra Life, which is a program out of the Children's Miracle Network. Is that right? I think I got that right. And now I'm here, and because of my contractual obligations with Twitch, I I have to make up hours. I have to hit 140 hours a week. This has to be my full-time job. So now that I'm here, I need to hit 160 hours this week, and it means streaming like 10.5 hours a day for the rest of November. And on Friday, I have a vasectomy. Next week, I have a teeth cleaning that I have to go to at 4, and Thanksgiving is in there as well. So I meant to call my mom last night, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream every day that I'm not being operated on until the end of November for as long as my body can take it. All of this to say, I haven't had the chance to call my mom and catch up with her. Not really. I will ask her. I might call her tonight if I go. I'd have to go to Lowe's and see about getting a new beer fridge so that we can store Thanksgiving ingredients in it. There is an off chance, chat, that you guys might get Amber on the main channel if we get real. If we get real up against it towards the end, you may get another Taffy sleep stream where I just get to tag on 8 hours of you guys screwing with me through the Bluetooth speaker. Or you may get Amber tagging in for a couple of nighttime streams where she just plays whatever she wants on this channel because we need the hours. So I have not had a chance to really catch up with my mom recently, sadly. I might tonight though if I go to Lowe's and go looking for a garage-ready refrigerator. God knows she's got embarrassing stories to tell. Yeah, if my mom showed up, she could tell you about the time she unbroke up with my high school girlfriend. That'd be a fun one. So what you're saying is the stream is about to improve exponentially. Well, it'll certainly look prettier. I want to get huffy, but I can't even be upset. You're absolutely right. Gross. Want to play some Halo together tonight? I don't know. I need 1 or 2 more days. Like before I get operated on, I need 1 or 2 more days of helping Amber get the house affairs in order. Oh shit. Yeah, Justin, if you're not going to New York, and you need an Island of Misfit Toys place to land for Thanksgiving, hop your happy ass over here for real. Amber didn't know you were thinking about going to New York, so she just assumed you were coming over here. Yeah, she legitimately was just like, so Justin's coming over, right? And I was like, I think he's going to New York. And Amber's take, because she is the best of us, goes, well, I'm just, as long as he's not alone. I'm happy so long as he's got somewhere to be, what was Amber's take. So yeah, come on over on Thanksgiving. Honestly, it was gonna be kind of grim for New York, really. Oh no, I was going up for a concert, but I couldn't find anyone willing to have me for Thanksgiving, so I was just gonna be in a hotel room. I've done that once. Ugh. I've done that once. I was working for Thanksgiving. I had taken a touring theater show from Sun Valley, Idaho, up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And on Thanksgiving Day, we got there to like northern Idaho, and I was in a hotel room on Thanksgiving. And I walked across the parking lot to a Denny's, and I sat down on Thanksgiving in a Denny's and ate like a smoked meat griddle platter. And it was just me and the waitress just sitting there just being like, this sucks. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry you're here. And she was like, I'm sorry you're here too. And I was like, yeah. Ugh. I'm trying to figure out which one to take. I guess since we're not doing any sort of like posted accomplishment, Dark Judas is the smart pickup. You wanna, you know, I feel like approaching somebody on it. Well, it may have worked, but it would have been like a very sad success, you know. There would have been nothing happy about what we were doing. Yeah, I'm hosting my in-laws for the first time, and I'm kind of stressed out about it. Chad, I want to take an opportunity to let you know. Buy meat sticks. Don't be Rick. Nobody likes Rick. Be like Dan and buy meat sticks. I don't have Eat Pant Rick on the Isaac scene? That's crazy to me. You know what, Tappy? I don't like you, I don't like meat sticks, and I don't like Dan. Oh, really? That's the face I give you then. Hi, baby.
Hello.
Justin will potentially, likely be joining us for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It looks like New York has been indefinitely postponed.
Oh.
So.
Do you need a drink?
I do. Would you just bring me a diet?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna need the caffeine, I think. So, love you. Anchi Maya, what's going on? Welcome. I think that's really it. I think we just go to the next floor. Dragon D, your news is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. It's gonna be awesome and it's gonna suck. But it's gonna be more awesome than it sucks. Yeah, you should be. Absolutely be. If you weren't nervous, I'd be terrified that you're gonna be a terrible dad. Absolutely be nervous. Dragon D, Twitch staffer
Yes.
and friend of the channel. Haven't been around for a while, Taffy. Sorry about that. Found out we're expecting.
Yay! Fun!
Well.
Good luck!
Fun. He was like, I'm nervous. And I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right. I never in my life, like, the boys aren't here, right? They're at school?
They're at school.
Okay. Oh, adulthood. I learned that adulthood was such bullshit. I, as a kid, was sure that adults had it figured out.
Yeah.
And then I was me and knew what was inside my head. And they made me leave a hospital filled with adults and trained nurses and just let me take Grayson home. And I was just like, this is horse shit. Adults don't know anything. I really don't know anything. And they not only let me leave with this child, they forced me to leave with this child. I've never been able to keep a fish alive for more than 3 months, and they sent me out with a human.
Good luck, y'all figure it out.
Holy shit. We were so stupid. You less so, but like,
Oh, it was rough.
we
It's
know
hard.
nothing.
It's really
We
hard.
took classes, but it's like, you know, I would imagine it's the same as like, I've taken classes in neurosurgery. I've worked on cadavers, and it's like, okay, cool.
And now here's an actual human.
Here's
life
Brenda.
experience, yeah.
She has a son and 2 grandkids and really needs you to get this right, or else you ruin her forever. And it's like, oh, we didn't tell Brenda this is your first operation on a live person. You can really mess this one up. Before, we just write F on the torso and throw it in the dumpster, but this time there's real consequences at play. I'm having a baby next month and I feel like I have zero clue. And you just keep waiting for people to tell you what to do, and then everyone goes, we don't know, and they walk off.
Or they give you 5 completely different ideas of what to do.
Or they
and you're
get,
like,
yeah, or they
"What?
give
Which
you
one
some
is the right one?"
stupid bumper sticker ass advice that just fucking means nothing. I swear to God, any of your friends, listen, I have no idea when it started. It was, as far back as I can remember, it was always there. Anyway, point being, it was a dude who was a good dad. And Dad was a good dad. We even when we didn't have money, we never wanted. He never abused us. He wasn't a very good husband, but that, you know, as far as sins go, we always felt protected. So I don't want to insinuate that my dad was a bad father. But it definitely put my blood pressure through the roof the day that he insinuated that my hippy dippy crap was somehow like offensive to his delicate sensibilities. When he rolled his eyes inside at classical music and cloth diapers, I was just like, yo, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to unpack this? Chad, I'm so mad right now and I need to share with someone. We have unlimited vacation, except our busy time is now through January. So it's sort of a blackout period for us, and me having taken Keep to no vacation, asked for a week. For a week in December to help a friend move yesterday. Was told no, but I could work remote. My coworker in the same job put in 2 separate weeks in December and January on the calendar. Yeah, I would want to shake somebody. That's like some borderline r/anti-work type stuff right there. We did cloth diapers with Grayson, and then we didn't with Rory. We were really trying to be crusading Captain Planet parents for the first one. We were really trying to do everything we could possibly think of to be super parents on the first one. And so Grayson, the only thing I can think of, I joke, but like the only thing I can think of we did differently is with Grayson we did cloth diapers. You done? You finished? Yeah, see ya. We did not do those for Rory. What'd you think about cloth diapers? It wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I don't want to say like, oh, Amber really liked it, but like, you know, you're gonna be dealing with poop anyway. You just take it, you dump it into the toilet. You get it pretty cleaned off, and then you run laundry. You know, you run it in its own laundry. So at the very least, we feel like we made a little bit of a carbon footprint difference with one of our kids. When we got around to Rory, it was just, with 2 kids, it was too much upkeep. It just became, we succumbed to the convenience bug. Oh, come on. This is where not having a tier, you mother. This is where not having a tears or a damage upgrade starts to really weigh on you after a while. If they kill us, they just make us stronger, though. I would like that, please. Donk Shane. Ooh, that was more work than it was really meant to be. We went with Hello Bello partner diapers for fun. We realized they ran small and switched to Pampers because they fit great and were easy to use. I laugh at how much standards get pared back for subsequent kids. I'm on a 3rd and he's 3, and it's funny how little we fuss over him. Dude, every time Grayson used to drop his pacifier, we would boil it to sterilize it before we would give it back to him. Rory would drop his pacifier and I would use my shoe that I wore in the parking lot to kick it back to him. Spam call. Giving them a little biodiversity. It's funny. The irony of all this from before is that I just wanted to do this. Just figure this would make it so much easier. Go get him, Burbs. Finally, a Tears upgrade. My dad's in kind of a weird spot now with regards to his firearms. Because I've told him that if he wants them to stay in the family, for posterity's sake, his keepsakes, that he can leave them and his gun safe with me, and I'll get the gun safe put somewhere. Maybe on site, maybe off site, but I'll bolt it down and put that stuff in there and keep it in the family for as long as it's legal to do so. And pass them down to generations down the line who might want them. My sister lives in Idaho, you know, which is obviously a much bigger, you know, a much bigger sort of place for gun advocacy and you know, a lot more people who are into it. But I don't know that my dad feels super comfortable passing those down the other side of the line, because I don't think it's too far outside the realm of possibility to think that at some point in time my sister might go, "That's a cute purse. Goodbye, AR-15. Hello, Coach Bag." So my dad is torn between, does he give his guns to his liberal slash liberal arts slash socialist son, who he knows he can trust because my word is good, and if I say I won't get rid of him, I won't get rid of him until the law dictates that I have to. Or does he give him to his daughter, who is much more ideologically aligned with him? But also, as a true capitalist, once he's gone, she's like, "Ow, it's not like he's gonna know." Yeah, honestly, Lurtz, Justin and I were talking about that the other day, that if you go far enough left, you get your guns back. If you, yeah, I was gonna say, Justin and I were talking about that the other day. It's, you know, you start off right, you get your guns, you go center, you lose your guns, you go far enough left, you get your guns back. For the record, I like guns. I don't mind the idea of owning guns. I like shooting guns. I like guns very much. I also like, you know, if every person on the planet, you know, with the exception of the loaded firearm and the in the nightstand and the gun cabinet that had the key left in it, but generally speaking, I'm gonna go ahead and expire on this floor. Yeah, do that. There we go. If every person on this planet treated firearms, generally speaking, with the same respect that my father treated them, I wouldn't see it. It wouldn't be as big a problem. I don't know what a speed safe is, Lauren. I've thought about that, if I'm being totally honest, because there are times, you know, I've got methods of self-defense in this house, but nothing quite as effective as a fucking 9mm with hollow points in it. I've wondered sometimes if I was gonna, you know, potentially have firearms for self-defense of any kind, how I would best, like, what the best decision would be for safeguarding them. You know what I mean? I don't know what a speed safe is. Where's the soul heart? I was genuinely have been looking for it. I missed it. Did I just walk right by it? In fairness, I am tap dancing around an incredibly delicate subject, and I'm more concerned about not pissing anybody off to the point that I have to deal with it. There it is. It was also half red, so I kind of forgive myself for only seeing the red. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a suicide card I could have used and gotten more out of it. Oh well. I don't know, Jedi. Jedi says if you own a gun and shoot someone with it when they come into your house, you're going to jail for sure. Apparently I could get my mom to drive me 20 miles over a state border and potentially go into a crowd of people and just start wiping folks out. And I don't even know if I would do jail time. I guess we'll find out when Kyle Rittenhouse's verdict comes in. I'm awfully pale to go to jail, if you know what I mean. I think that's it for this floor. Oh god, my asshole is puckered. There's no way that, like, ugh. I can't help but feel like I'm gearing up to be very disappointed. Oh, in France. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. I'm in Virginia in the United States. When I took the census, I had to explain why I had shot nobody since the last census. You know? They were like, and how many home intruders have you dispatched since the last census? And I was like, none. And they're like, would you like to retain counsel? That's right, bullets are expensive. Well, why don't you bootstrap yourself and have your parents buy you some from the trust fund? We're gonna have to find you an exemption for that. We're gonna have to see if we can find some way to get you an exemption. Maybe like a religious exemption? I don't know which religion would want you to not shoot a home intruder. I'm not a religious person. Sir, I'm gonna need you to step away from me and put your hands above your head. I should have known. Atheist. That's where you went astray. I'd say you better pray to Jesus, but since you don't care, you better hope he still believes in you. Yeah, I don't want to dip too deep into the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I want to bury it. It's because I feel like we all generally feel the same thing about that circus. And I can't help but feel like we're all about to feel equally disappointed by the results. So there's a part of me that's like, you know, I'm gonna have to stream a really long time today. And I don't know that I mentally have the strength to go there and then recover. Liberty Safe handgun collection, huh? Let's take a little look-see doodle. What the hell? Is that a flashlight or a silencer that's in the second photo? I think it's a flashlight. No, ProTac. Is that a laser sight? That might be a laser sight. Yeah, Dubat, that trial, man, has been something else, man. That has been painful to watch. It's a flashlight. Tactical flashlight. Do you see that the USA has officially hit the tipping point where there are more non-churchgoers than churchgoers? I did see something yesterday where it was, I think there's still a pretty big difference between, I still think there's a pretty big difference between churchgoers and atheists / agnostics. Because you know, who knows? I'm not going around vetting all these statistics, but I did see another chart on Reddit yesterday that was, and everyone tells the truth on Reddit always. But I did see on Data is Beautiful a chart that showed belief in heaven versus belief in hell. For all the like developed countries on the planet. And it's like it was basically a line for like, you know, 100% believe in heaven, 100% believe in hell, 0% believe in heaven, 0% believe in hell. And the United States was still equaled out at 67 people who believe in both heaven and hell. A lot of my friends, I mean, I have a lot of friends that I feel like I have deep, soulful, heart-to-heart conversations with that we just almost never talk about religion because they make up their church's band. And I'm like, oh. I've been invited on any number of occasions to go there, and not for like I don't think that they're trying to be devious and like bring me into the fold or anything like that, but I know that there's a lot. First of all, I'd like this room to be over. Jeezy Pete's. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I surround myself with like smart, capable, intelligent people, and for whatever reason, that's just one place where we just don't line up. But we also don't push each other on it, so it works out okay. That whole live and let live thing is pretty great if you can actually apply it. Yeah, Veril, I was reading something about that the other day, that the modern concept of Christian hell was almost derived entirely from is it Dante Alighieri's oh shit, I spaced on it. Inferno. It's Inferno, right? Dante's Inferno. Yeah, for whatever reason, I couldn't come up with the word Inferno to save my life. Allegory of the Cave. That's Plato. I know that one. I wrote a term paper on Plato's Allegory of the Cave. I took an honors course where they tried to treat Plato as literature, and then it just devolved into a philosophy class because ultimately it's hard to read Plato as literature. Allegory of the Cave. Well, that's one that is like, that's one that the farther I get from the center of Richmond, the less apt I would feel about explaining it, because it would feel like I was actively aggressing most of... The farther you get out of Richmond, the more the Allegory of the Cave would apply. Kristen, welcome back. Fun fact about Plato is that it was not his name, it was his nickname, Platonus, because he was so fucking jacked. For real? I mean, like, I'm pretty gullible. They wouldn't understand how it applies to them. I would have to, like, I would have to take solace in that. Like, there's a part of me that's like, okay, so Plato had this idea, right? That people who were trapped in a cave would be terrified of coming out and seeing the world for what it really is, because they had become so accustomed to life in the dark that that like Bane, you wouldn't be able to do the Allegory of the Cave. You'd have to explain it as Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. That's all right. So you remember that kick-ass Christopher Nolan Batman where Bane was there? Oh, it would be painful for you. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Remember how Bane was talking about how he was born in darkness? Yeah, that part's badass. All right, well, Plato actually took a crack at Bane's origin story. Plato was a jack grappler. I can't remember, like, I can't remember exactly I can't remember exactly why, but for some reason... For some reason, man, Play-Doh resonated with me. Weirdly, I liked Play-Doh very much. Honestly. I'm finding myself struggling to buy things at shops right now, so... I keep hearing Play-Doh. That man just loves his stinky clay. He just likes pressing it down on, newspapers and copying the comics. That's right. Building on our conversation from earlier, the firstborn child will like Play-Doh. The second-born child will like Play-Doh. I feel bad. I tease Rory a lot as being the kid who got our junior varsity effort. It's not true. He apparently, according to his teachers, is one of the smartest kids in his class. It's just hard being in Grayson's shadow sometimes. We've actively started to bar... Like, Rory is one of his own worst critics. Because he'll talk about how Grayson's so much smarter than him, or how he's not very smart, or whatever. I also think that Grayson can be kind of a dickhead older brother sometimes, and we'll feed him that kind of information, because Grayson likes feeling superior. So we've started to bar that kind of conversation from Rory, like, especially when it comes from him. Because that kid is, like, legitimately smart. It's just he's come up in a situation where, you know, between his father's sense of humor and his brother's desire to feel superior, he's had the deck stacked against him as far as getting like consistent praise. So we're working on that these days. He's smart enough to put himself in a whole lot of danger. I don't know how to say that. Diogenes? Emphasis on the wrong syllable?
I'm going on an errand for you.
Okay. Are you, never mind. Maybe P.O. Box? Yeah, maybe P.O. Box, because there's an off chance we might have Curio Spices chilling there. I don't know that they would get there this fast, but...
Well, there was something else we were waiting on.
I don't know.
I'll check just to-
Yeah. Please. This is rough. This run needs a little juice. Diogenes. The OG motherfucker, in my opinion. Plato learned gymnastic exercises under the wrestler Ariston of Argos, and it was by him that he had the name of Plato given to him instead of his original name, on account of his robust figure, as he had previously been called Aristocles, after the name of his grandfather, as Alexander informs us in his Successions. But some say he derived that name from the breadth of his eloquence, or because he was very, very wide across. I'm pretty wide across. What do you guys think? You guys think after this we start up some Halo? I feel like one crazy Eden run and potentially one Lost turned into Dark Judas run. Speaking of guns, I think it might be Space Guns time. You playing Halo with anyone? So we're not playing the new Halo? I have zero lore to fall back on. That said, if you guys are playing new Halo and you want to stick a crew together, I need the hours. Let me know. The whole reason... Oh, you little son of a bitch. The whole reason that I'm starting to like load up on Halo right now is A, because I gotta do long hours, and B, because with this new one coming out, I wanted to have any lore to fall back on. I feel kind of lame that I have no idea what the story on Halo is, other than Master Chef and his magic GPS, Cortana. That's it. That's all I know. I know that the Warthog's a pain in the ass to drive on one level of one game, and that there's a gun that looks like a porcupine made out of quartz. But that's it. That's the entire thing. Memorize where the rocket launchers spawn. That's all I know. New Halo has no lore right now. It's multiplayer only. Old Master Chef. So there's Noah and Glitch and a handful of other people jumped on me about playing the campaigns to learn the lore so that I could speak somewhat intelligently when it came time to play... I don't know the name of the new one. Infinite? I guess Infinite's the new one. I am actively refusing to learn the lore. That sounds like you. that tracks. I've met this man. Justin, Chef Andy says you should work to keep your station clean. Absolutely not. At home, great advice. Yeah, I was gonna say, it is... Cleaning up after yourself is a tough lesson to try to pick up when you have an hour to bone a fish. To fillet a fish for the first time. The only time that I ever got, like, cranky about that one note in particular was, like, the time that I was running around trying to find, like, trying to fillet a fish for the first time in my life and failing miserably. And then I came back to my workstation to find my workstation covered with your vegetables. And that was the point in time where I was just like, yo, shit's about to get real. If these goddamn mushrooms don't get off this cutting board! That was it. Other than that, I was just like, yeah, other than that, I was like, yeah, sure. If Justin loses 10 minutes because he can't find a salt shaker that he brought over, then that's potentially for the best for me. But yeah, the only time it ever got in my head was I came back and literally found your shit on my cutting board, and I was like, nuh-uh, nope. I'll start a fire. I'll start a fire. I will make this real. Was that some sort of automatically... the first word I saw was undefined. This is just telling me to be messier next time. That's like literally, we won't be able to do a grudge match because all it'll be is like, you'll put shit on my cutting board and then I'll start a grease fire and then we'll all just have to evacuate the building. What happened with the grudge match? Oh, it's hospital. What do you mean hospital? A bunch of people had to go to the hospital. Why? Grudge match. Grudge match. Yeah, no, trust me, before I go back to Minecraft next year, I will know how to fillet a fish. Before I go back to Minecraft next year, I will have taught myself how to fillet a fish, how to break down a fish. I was pleased with myself that I wasn't squeamish about it, except the smell was atrocious. Holy shit, dude! They took a tilapia, a full tilapia, and put it inside a plastic bag at room temperature. Let it sit there for God knows how long, because it wasn't cold when I got it out of there. And then I made the mistake of sniffing the bag and almost ralphed into the garbage disposal. I mean, I used the Instant Pot to make rice for the first round that I won. I tried, my little secret for myself was that I tried really hard. I have keys. Ugh. Fine. The thing that I tried to do that was definitely a deliberate attempt to give myself an advantage was that I tried to make sure that if I needed something like the deep fat fryer or the Instant Pot, that I got my shit into the deep fat fryer or the Instant Pot first. And at least once with Jay Sano, he showed up and was like, hey, I need the deep fat fryer. And I was like, too bad. There's potatoes in it, and I've got a dredge station set up next to it for chicken. And he straight up had to go like fry his shit in a pot. Honest question for the cake, would you have had enough time if it was cupcakes? That is the exact train of thought, Rusty, that has me still kind of kicking myself. I literally at one point picked up and then set down a muffin tin because I was like, we can do better than a muffin. I aimed too high. I got too close to the sun. If I had done the muffin tin, I think I could have closed the gap because I could have gotten everything cooked on time. And then when it came out, if I had been like, oh, well this, honestly, you know what it was? Like the icing, when Justin and I were sitting there putting the icing on, we both started giggling without saying a word to each other. And it was because the icing looked like semen. It looked like semen when it went on the cake. And I was like, that ain't right. And I knew it going on, but I wanted to show them something. I wanted to show them something. So like texturally I could have fixed it and I could have garnished it a little bit. It tasted good, and honestly, like there was a thing that I was kind of like, listen, Nakomi shat on it a little bit, that's okay. Nakomi shat on most things that week, you know? Like Nakomi shat on most things that week, so I don't feel too bad. I knew I wasn't gonna impress her with the pastry. But, Good liked it, and honestly, it had kind of a... If a Danish butter cookie was turned into a cake, I could have gotten more lime into it. I could have gotten more... There wasn't a lot of lime flavor in it, because I knew that the black lime was really aggressive, and I didn't want... I knew the black lime was aggressive, and I didn't want to overpower it. But if I had gotten the cupcakes in, they would have come out in a reasonable amount of time, and I could have played with the flavors and textures. I could have made stuff right, and then I could have made it pretty. But I couldn't do that because I straight up didn't get a goddamn... I didn't get a finished item to show, so I didn't get a chance to fix or play with anything, which was super irritating. Have you ever tried Lutefisk? I wouldn't recommend it. I have not. I was terrified that something like Lutefisk was going to show up. Pound sand, bro. Deep fryer is taken. Thank you for all your kindness and support. You're all wonderful. I'll check in again. Looking forward to responding to all your notes. Chat, this is your last chance to order Sogo and to mention it to Dan and potentially line yourself up for likely a friendly handwritten note. Show Dan love. Buy Sogo meat sticks. We will continue to support Dan, even as this sort of traditional sponsorship that we have gets shelved indefinitely. We will still continue to support our friend and his exceptional business because we are addicted to the food he creates. So Dan, the pleasure is ours, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support over the years. The family notes for me this month, word. Word, word, word. Lot of Otter, tier 1, 37 months. Lot of Otter, thank you so much. I have to pee. Yeah, that's true. I appreciate, like, based on what I've heard from the past, like, what was it, Sevidus? Who was doing all the, like, hey, we're gonna ask you to do some stuff that will potentially lead to you cutting yourself. So from what I've heard from people who have been involved, one of the really nice things that Good brought to the table was realizing that, you know, if he didn't want human blood and rotten bits in his food, that he should only put forward challenges that will be entertaining without thoroughly and completely fucking his ability to ingest what we make. I have to pee so bad. Come on, Mom, let's go. Ow.
The fool.
What Good brought to the table was a desire to not be sued again. Dude, what's our timer at? I have to pee so bad. Ow. I was almost excited. Please be single digits. Ugh. Chat, this timer's at 9 minutes. Because I just wasn't gonna let him get out. I wasn't gonna let him just, I wasn't gonna let him just exist in my house. There had to be a trade-off. And that trade-off was that he got Egg Growl and Poed out of existence. I mean, he's still probably alive and up there right now, but like, he's real bummed out. And we got a chore done, because ultimately we've needed to caulk that up for a while, you know? We just had never had the proper motivation before. But it, oh god, it's handled now. If you ever crack into that spot now, there'll be 100 of them. I'm hoping not. That's kind of what I'm banking on, is that he kept trying to find his way out from where he came in because there was no way out from above. If I basically have just created a roach infestation for myself, I'll be super bummed out. But the other option was just leaving him to figure it out on his own and hope that he just left the house, which I was not necessarily fully willing to do. I guess. Oh, this is probably a bad call. Look how bad my range is. God dang it, Ryan. I was not looking at the screen. I'm getting my ass kicked.
Judgment.
I don't know. No, the Lost turned into Dark Judas. For all the good it's done me. I hope I can bomb through here. That's health. Not even really concerned about the keys, but that is health. I haven't changed the character name. It was the Lost, now it's Dark Judas. Dude, these items kind of suck. I'm also rusty, so it could just be me being bad, but like these items feel, oh god, not strong enough. I have a shop somewhere, don't I? I suppose so. Looking for like a Joker card or something. Health is good too. Neat. Do I have any way to get to these? Oh. Let's try that again, shall we? This makes me want to be at a beach house. Although I guess at a point in time where I'm sitting here thinking to myself that I don't get to take any more days off in November except operations. Maybe thinking about going to a beach house is not the best idea. Yeah, I like, you know, fundamentally. Oh, geez. Oh, it won't let me do that? Fundamentally, the shops... Fundamentally, the shops have been... have no longer been a viable means of, like, breaking the game. The shops haven't been a viable means of, like, breaking or winning the game since Repentance came out. So it's like... okay, you know, Steam sales and whatnot didn't necessarily guarantee me wins anymore anyway. So just like taking away blowing up the dono machine doesn't really hurt my feelings at all anymore. Neat. Beach house ear perk you take me with, right? Would that I could, Shauna. Would that I could. You can't blow up the donut anymore? Here, I'll show you. Just because we're on the file that I have that's completed. Now the donut machine's gone for the rest of the game. Can't put money in, can't take money out.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
Mean it's gone. How can you have spent our savings?
I'm not really sure what I do besides just try my best, I guess. I guess we just go and see what happens.
Destructive and disturbed, just like his father. Look at who he has to look up to. You're drunk again, aren't you?
Shut up, Mac. Shut up! You just keep pushing me like this. I'm leaving.
Good. Leave. We'll be fine without you. Abandon us like you've abandoned yourself.
Spoilers, they were not fine without him. That was what we in the poker game call a bluff. Yeah, I've heard black markets are supposed to be fixed. I haven't seen one yet. Took Dark Judas. It's still technically a lost run. Well, it's not okay. It's technically not a lost run anymore. But this is the same run we started as the lost. I just didn't change the character name. As we found ourselves kind of starved for better items on this run, I am kicking myself about not using that Suicide King because I forgot about it when I needed to kill myself to become Dark Judas and get off the lost. That is definitely one item I left. Definitely one item I left behind that I shouldn't have. Ow. Sometimes I take damage, and the kind of damage that I take makes it look like this is the first time I've ever played the game. We'll take these bombs, though.
You need to repent. You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside you cleanse your
You
soul.
are insane. You are taking this too far.
Oops.
Do
Wrong
you
button.
hear how you sound?
Pray with me. Pray for your salvation. Come, pray with us, Isaac.
Believe me when I say this, as someone who's played this game like 3 times, this looks nothing like the first time. Fair. I just take a lot of bad damage. Rick gets in my head. You know, you're pretty average. I'm like, oh, he's right, I am. Oh. I mean... Speed upgrade's nice. Speed upgrade's still nice. I think I'll just take this with me. Honestly, it creates health. He didn't yell it, which is kind of a bummer. It's creating speed up, it's creating shot speed up. I think that the chances that we'll get more coins that we could potentially turn into something useful is better than the chance of us needing Mr. Me to help us in combat. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see it until it was too late. Actually. Well, come on, tap it. Bombs are key. Ah. You know your run's a bop when you take one-armed bandit. Getting tired of being hit? Fucking raid boss down. I don't know that we're gonna win this run, if I'm being honest. I'm so stupid! It's because I'm bad. It's not because the game shorted me. I'm just terrible at video games, as it turns out. I swear to God, if a fucking... I was gonna say, man. I was gonna say, if a black market's down there and I suddenly find myself needing Mr. Me, I will be a broken man. Oh my God in heaven. Hold that. I'm like numb right now. I feel like I left nothing interesting behind for us to grab on the way back. At least I don't think I did.
Where are you going? Wait! We need you! Your son needs you!
I'm doing more harm than good. I just can't do this.
Please, please don't leave us!
I'm sorry, Isaac.
10 damage. Oh, fucking balls. 10 damage is pretty good. But I haven't gotten any, I haven't gotten any tier upgrades. Really. I haven't gotten any tier upgrades. And I don't really have any synergies to speak of. So it's just kind of like the tiers and the the pointy rib are like really all we've got going for us right now. Thank God we just keep seeing extra health show up too, or else this would have gotten real sketchy a long time ago. Like no spectral tears, no piercing tears, no area of effect, no passive damage in the form of like succubus or daddy long legs, no poison damage, no damage over time. No cool synergies, just kind of bare basic. This is what you got, make it work. Caught it. I feel like some of these hits are just the call to the void. I feel like some of these hits are just me, like literally, not necessarily intentionally, but literally walking directly into the shots. Yeah, it feels rare that you have a naked 10 damage and nothing else on a run this late in the game. But I'm also not playing well. Ugh. Yeah, any tier effect with 7 luck and I'd be in a good spot. Range upgrade's welcome. I needed it. Range upgrade is welcome. His music doesn't feel like it matches up with the weird vocals in the background. If you're watching it on YouTube, we've got the lo-fi pretzel station going. This feels faster than it used to be. Oh, that's bad. That was just me being bad. Or maybe the feathers feel like they move faster. Or maybe it's just been a while since I played Isaac and I've atrophied. Pointy rib feels like it's doing more damage than normal. I felt like I was in between those. Let her rip. Ooh. Let's go. Yeah, it's closer than I wanted it to be. What character are you running? We started off as the Lost, but now we're Dark Judas. So it's the same run as starting as the Lost, but we finished as Dark Judas. That didn't work. Oh, you little rat bastard. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than the Bible's got psalms. Ah. Yeah! Woo! Why would you come up here, you dick? Oh, I should have been hit there. That's bad. About face forward, hard.
Bumbo, lucky Bumbo, some dead Bumbo, it's a bad Bumbo. Gekoi.